Yo! Welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is Wednesday, August 30th. Yeah, I gave y'all an extra day to make sure that you watched the greatness that was Bleach. But first, before we start our Bleach review, where you can find the Cruising Podcast, so Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, please like and subscribe on YouTube, and please leave a rating or review on Apple Podcasts and also on Spotify. If you guys get a chance, 5 stars, that'll be beautiful. I'll love you for it. But also, where you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Fitness. Yo. If you're looking at the title of this podcast, it's The King is back, baby. Yes! Woo! Ichigo makes his triumphant return from running on snake. From flying down from the Soul Palace. I'm sorry. It gives you that the Goku type deal when he was leaving King Kai's. He's like, fuck that, I'm just gonna fly. So Ichigo said, I'm gonna fly. So it took Ichigo 2 episodes for us to get him back. And that's when I'm saying that the king is returned. Bow, curtsy, where the fuck you need to do to show some fucking respect to Ichigo Kurosaki. I'm just putting it out there. That's just where I'm at with it. That's what type of energy I'm on. That's what type of time I'm on. Show some fucking respect. I respect it. Let's go. Also, sneak attacking Kenpachi after he just got done folding your one of your top peoples, Grimmy. After you got done folding Grimmy, that's some like snake ass shit to do. But the four ladies that decided to go after Kenpachi did the right thing. And they also went panel by panel from the mangas where Kenpachi is looking for Yucharo because all of a sudden she disappeared, it looks like. Now, he did go tell her to find the lieutenant from Squad 6. That's what he did go tell her to do after she figured out that her bones aren't made of cookies. As you guys probably heard last episode, I was very, very disappointed in finding out that somebody just used imagination on another human being to make their body make their bones feel like they were cookies. It broke my heart a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was definitely not a fan of that part of the story because I like that delicious treat, especially when certain people in my family makes them. And that's just where I'm at with it. Okay, sorry, my bad. Going back, we're here. Kenpachi's looking for Yucharo. He tells all his subordinates to go look for her, and all of a sudden he gets hit with a lightning bolt. Now, I don't know if these chicks actually thought they beat him, and which was so fucking stupid. How dare you think you could actually beat Kenpachi with some sorry ass fucking lightning? But that's what they thought. Kenpachi said, fuck that, I'm still going to attack y'all. And they were scared mostly because they didn't know that he still had the energy from the fight with Grimmy to go after them. Motherfucker was still swinging his sword like, shit, nigga, I still got all my fucking energy. Now, of course, it was a long, hard fight. Like, don't get it twisted. Kenpachi still, cut open a fucking meteor. So, I mean, if we're being honest with each other, that I feel like that would drain all the energy out of anyone. He'd still cut a fucking meteor and also had to kill somebody through their own imagination. It was fucking amazing. But if you guys go back, definitely go check out that episode, Kenpachi episode. That got a 10 out of 10 on IMDb. I didn't see any 10 out of 10s on this episode, mostly because the king is back, so it's like 11 out of 10 anyway. So it doesn't really matter. It actually breaks the fucking scale because Ichigo came back. So it's what it is. Ichigo comes back to help out Kenpachi. Of course, that's the first person he goes and helps is Kenpachi. Like, I love that those two had like a little moment together because this is they see each other, from time to time. We see in different arcs where they see each other, like, hey, Ichigo, I mean, anytime you're ready, let's fight. And Yacharo loves Ichigo mostly because it brings a smile to Kenpachi's heart, because Kenpachi likes to fight, and Ichigo is literally Ichigo has been the only person in the in the 13 court guard squads, even captain level, that can like match the veracity that Kenpachi has. The problem with Ichigo in this fight against these 4 Stir Raiders is that they're trying to kill him, and Ichigo's doing everything in his power not to kill them, even risking practically his own life. Like, he's going out of his way to where he possibly could fuck around and get killed by somebody else, because he's not trying to get rid of these motherfuckers. And he's not fighting to kill, he's not fighting to eliminate the threat. He's fighting to pretty much preserve their life. Now, we're probably going to find out later on, it's mostly because the top Stir Raiders, like I've been saying this before, most of them are Espada, or came from Aizen's creation whenever they were doing the hollows and the Espadas and shit like that. That's where you get these why some of them have like Ceros, and also most of them have arrows, because of that's what the Quincy's roll around with, is with fucking arrows. Now, Yoichi and Ishida are getting ready to I didn't know that this was the plan the whole time. I thought that he wanted Ichigo pretty much, because I still think so. I haven't read the mangas. I won't read the mangas. I'm the anime guy. Fuck it. Okay. I think that Ichigo is his grandson in some way. I don't know. Just in some way, somewhere down the lineage, Ichigo is part of the family. Secondly, I didn't know that Ichigo flying back practically opens up a doorway, a pathway to get to the Soul Palace, so we can fight the Soul King, pretty much fight Squad Zero. That's what the plan was. This dude's a little conniving little bitch. I'm sorry, if I planned something for thousands of years, like the way he killed Yamamoto was some hoe ass shit, in my opinion. I thought like, oh well, you fought him, so you had a fake you fight Yamamoto, and then you kill Yamamoto from behind. Like a bunch of, and this is how they fight, it seems like they try to get you at your weakest. Understandable. It's been 1,000 years. And also Yamamoto slaughtered most of them, most of the Quincy's. So I understand you want to catch that body real quick, but like it was kind of a bitch made move for somebody that's supposed to be ultra powerful to go and kill like one of the most powerful beings from behind. I still think it was a little bitch made move. But Yamamoto went out like a fucking gangster, so it doesn't really matter, because that's what he does. He went out like a gangster. One of the strongest Zanpakutos out of everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like I just still think it's a bitch made move. But Ichigo making that pathway for them to, practically ascend up to the Soul Palace sucks. That's a shitty, like, damn, that's a shitty game plan. That's a hell of a game plan. Like, all right, guys, we're ready to go because Ichigo's back. So it's time for us to get back into the fight. We're gonna ascend up to the what the fuck? Okay, we're going to ascend up to the Soul Palace and go fight the Soul King. I wonder what happens if he actually does like succeed at killing the Soul King. What does that really prove for us? I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. But the moment between Ichigo and seeing Uryu on the other side as the enemy was heartbreaking. They've been fighting together for so long, like to know how they first met to now, it's heartbreaking because they had to kind of build their relationship. Like it seemed like they really have just became good friends, practically brothers in arms. It was nice seeing Chad and Odahime come back though. Chad with his new armor, Odahime with her new everything. I'm just putting it out there. They just gotta show titties. I just don't understand it. But I like that they showed them as pretty much Ichigo's protectors. Like Chad has always been like Ichigo's kind of shield, and Ichigo's always been the sword. And so I like that they still keep that 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 type of friendship between each other, that they have never fell off from that with the from the regular anime to Thousand Years Blood War. Like that's exactly what Chad will not fight unless it's because someone else is getting hurt. That's Chad's whole thing. So I love watching that he still does that, and he still protects he still kind of puts a shield up for Ichigo whenever he needs to. And like Ichigo said, man, if all right, well, if you're not going to swing any punches, I'll gladly swing as many punches as possible. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like Chad is the shield and Ichigo's the sword. And to see the pain of all their faces and the betrayal on their faces from what happened with seeing Uryu up there on this platform next to the enemy, and Uryu literally not saying a word, actually just shooting arrows at Ichigo. And then, you know what I'm saying, like, doesn't say a word. Ichigo asks him, keeps asking him, why won't you answer me? That's the word. Yo, isn't that like the worst type of breakups? When the motherfucker like ghosts you out of fucking nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought we were cool. You know what I'm saying? We were chilling. We was watching movies. Then all of a sudden you just leave? What the fuck? Not leave, but like now there's like straight no communications. I can see you face. I see you. I see you. I know where you go. You know what I'm saying? We go to the same places and you see the person and they still don't say a word to you. It's like, isn't that like the worst fucking type of breakups? Goodness gracious, man. That's like the worst. Okay, sorry. So with Thousand Years Blood War, I think they have done an amazing job at making Uryu the villain now. Kinda. Uryu hasn't killed anyone yet. Hasn't fought any Soul Reapers. None of that. I think this makes that transition easier, not just for Uryu on screen, but for the fans. Like, all right, he's not saying a word. He's being a dickhead about this. He's not saying, Ichigo, I'm leaving. Fuck you. Blah, blah, blah. I'd rather someone sit there and say, fuck you, I'm out, than just not say a word. And so that's frustrating for humans watching the show. That has to be frustrating because you're just sitting there watching. You're just like, was he gonna say anything? You just gonna shoot fucking arrows at him and dip? What the fuck? What is this about? So I can't wait for next episode because the king is back, of course. So that means most of the episodes are gonna be revolved around the fucking king. I like that. I like that all the top stir raiders did go after Ichigo because he is the absolute special threat that they're waiting on. That all of them kind of want to kill him as a bounty. What they don't know, most of them, no, not all of them don't know that their deaths actually benefit their king because he gets stronger. He's kind of like a vampire, so it's only for the Quincy's. Any Quincy's that die, or what I think they're spotted right now too, like a spotter that just turned into Quincy's. He's practically eating their souls. He's kind of doing what hollows do. It's eating their souls after they die in battle. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting stronger. So they're really fighting for a guy that actually don't benefit them winning these fights. If you guys don't understand it, like I forgot what 2 episodes ago that they showed this. So them going after Ichigo because he is the special threat, and then you see Renji, Rukia, Byakuya, fuck man, the squad 3, no, squad 11's 3rd and 4th seat. You know what I'm saying? Kenpachi's getting fixed up. We haven't seen where Yacharu is. I hope they find her. I really do because she's one of my favorite. Kenny, Ichigo, I like you. Play with Kenny anytime. Like, oh man, but she's a badass. I love seeing that scene of them all together saying, Ichigo, keep going. We know who you're supposed to be fighting. These are small fry. We got you, dog. Like, I love that Renji was the one sitting there saying, don't worry, we'll hold the line practically. We got this. We'll hold the door. They're not getting past us because everybody has gotten stronger. That time that they allowed the Soul Reapers to get, like that little, just the 2 to 3 days that they allowed the Soul Reapers to get, it seems like it benefited the Soul Reapers immensely, mostly because all they had to do was find out the full name of their Zanpakutos. They were fighting half speed and barely, like, they were getting folded, but like barely. And now the top ones know their Zanpakuto's full names, and they're fighting full power. I mean, like, who's really gonna beat them, yo? And like the only problem why Ichigo didn't fold those the four originals, I think those are the girls that were with Bambi. The reason why he didn't fold them, in my opinion, is because he didn't want to kill him. He could have killed him easily. Those fights should have ended in literally one strike. I love the Getsuga Tensho, how he uses it to practically he cuts out a cross and just shoots it at you now. What? This is sick. Okay, so the difference. All right, so just in case, Quincy's use pentagrams. Ichigo's using a cross. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Just in case nobody knows, like this is the ultimate good versus evil. This is the first good versus evil story that most Christians would know, of course. So seeing that on screen and seeing that's what he's cutting out as a cross, and then like Quincy's used pentagram is fucking wild. It's a wild scene. I love watching his new gets. Like I said, he's part Quincy and he's using it as a Quincy. Like nobody else has a sword power like him, like a Zanpakuto power like him. They're gonna find out, and I cannot wait until he has to holify because I'm even more excited. He didn't even holify against Yuichi first, which kind of sucks. We didn't get to see that part because I feel like everybody gets folded once that motherfucker holifies and gets this. Yeah, it's just y'all tripping, but. Like I said, the king is back. Ichigo. Next episode, very excited for. I think we're about to see pretty much all the remaining top characters from the show, top fighters from the show that we know, top characters also fighting against a bunch of Stir Raiders, especially Baz B. Yo, Baz B killed his own peoples to try to get to Ichigo. Like they're like Ichigo's bounty on his head is making them kill each other. I loved when Ichigo was trying to run away and the chick came, punches him in the stomach like, yo, what did you actually, did you think we were going to let you dip out and try to kill our king? What are you doing here? What? Fucking, you got people in front of you. Ichigo literally started flying away. Like, yo, that actually kind of hurt. But I'm going to continue to walk around because you ain't shit. Oh my gosh, man. What do you think? Yeah, so Ichigo, this is just a weird. It was a weird situation at that point. Like, it was a good. I'm just excited for the next Bleach, man. You guys don't understand, man. You guys do not understand. All right, let's go to a shitty subject. No, I'm playing. Kind of a shitty subject. You guys know who I'm about to talk about. Ben Simmons has recently came out and said if he's traded to Philadelphia that he'll welcome a second chance in Philadelphia. Now, here's my problem. Is that I'm guessing you just found out the grass isn't greener on the other side. Guess you found that part out very quickly. Secondly, we don't want you back, motherfucker. Sorry. Philadelphia doesn't want, maybe the Philadelphia 76ers might want you back. Philadelphia will want you back. Sorry. Most Philadelphians would agree with me. You quit not only on your teammates, but you quit on the city. We don't play that shit. That's bullshit to me. Why welcome you back? You Urban Fryer. No, you didn't. You didn't Urban Fryers. Urban Fryer did the ultimate hoe move as he got the fucking Harley, drove out of Veteran Stadium, And then the next like 2 months after that, signed with the fucking Washington Reds when they were called the Washington Redskins. Yeah, go look it up. The most embarrassing shit I ever seen in my fucking life. Whatever, is what it is. But to me, Simmons is drama that you don't need. And why would I want somebody that refuses to improve their game? Like, after this contract is up for him, because apparently it's guaranteed, where's he going to play? Because he's a bench player. He's a $200 million bench player on Brooklyn who is rebuilding their team. And you're supposed to be a perennial all-star. What the fuck are you doing here, dude? You want to come to Philly? Like, you really just shit on the face of a team that took a chance on you in a trade. You do know that, right? You do understand that you kind of turned your back on the current team that you're on again. The fuck are we doing here? Why would you? What? Say that shit privately to people. That was not, fuck that. I'm sorry. That's just a bad, like he said there, I think he said it's the only place he would come back, he would go to for a trade is Philly. As a Sixers fan, as a Philadelphian, as a fellow Philadelphian, as a fellow Hooper, anybody that quits on my team, I never want you on my squad because I can't trust you. I can never trust you again. I don't know how Philadelphia 76ers are because this is kind of I wouldn't say a softer generation, but I will definitely say this is kind of a generation where if the athlete isn't pampered, especially basketball wise, if the athlete isn't pampered, it's going to be, yeah, well, I don't want to be here anymore because you guys are on your knees, giving me mouth resuscitation, not from the mouth, not mouth to mouth though, and you guys aren't doing that for me, so I gotta go. Like, what the fuck? Who lied to James Harden? I just want to ask, who lied to him? First of all, I'm not talking about the Daryl Morey situation. I'm not talking about that. I'm asking and this is one of my favorite players. This is one of my favorite players. So I'm saying this as a fan of him. Not anymore, but a fan of him right now. I mean, a fan of him back then. I can easily admit when Iverson had his downfalls. When he wasn't considered a max player. My question is this. Who lied to James Harden and told him that he is still a fucking max player? That he was going to get a max contract anywhere else in the league? Dude, the only place you're getting a max contract, and I'm sorry to say it, is in Saudi fucking Arabia. Now, do you want to go to the Saudis? That's cool with me. I don't give a shit anymore because I don't want somebody that has a loser mentality. That's a loser mentality to me. Like, who told you that you are still max contract worthy of a player? Yeah, he had great stats. Don't get it twisted. James Harden had great stats, amazing stats. He's one of the better point guards in the league. You cannot deny him that. I won't. I will not deny that he's one of the better point guards in the league. But you had two great playoff games, James. You had two great playoff games. Two great playoff games. I'll give James Harden all the credit in the world when Embiid missed the first game in the Boston series. Where were you for the rest of them? You're supposed to be a Hall of Fame point guard / shooting guard. And you don't show up in the playoffs? You only showed up for 2 games in the playoffs? Fuck out of here, dude. No. I think that the shit with with Joel Embiid, though, him taking the Philadelphia office shit and the processing, it's Joel Embiid trolling, in my opinion. I don't know if that's a sign of anything. I don't know. But I think it's just trolling, in my opinion. But the Ben Simmons talking about coming back to Philly, it's a resounding no. Don't know. Don't even look at Philadelphia. Okay, we're gonna boo the shit out of you. We're not gonna cheer you. Why would I cheer you? Like you literally turned your back on me. Fuck you. Shit, man. Sorry. That's all. I just wanted to get that a little bit off my chest. Shit, man. My allergies are kicking my ass. Okay, I want to talk about this for a quick second. Oh fuck. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this for a quick second. I'm sorry, my allergies are kicking my ass right now. I don't know where the fuck this came from, but like I was outside and I just started sneeze. I just have a weird sneezing fit. I'm hoping that it's like this fucking vertigo bullshit going away. You know, like the dripping of everything getting the fuck out. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, sorry if I was a little disgusting. If you're eating, my fault. But I wanted to talk about the Coco Gauff situation, where they were talking. Apparently, her opponent was saying that, and this, of course, is the story, of course, because why not? That Americans are very mean, pretty much. And we treated her like she was a bad guy, and yeah, pretty much that. Now, there are new age fans to tennis that are coming from different sports. That if you're going against the team, which in this case is American. She's a German player. She's an American player. Even though she's black, we're gonna, I mean, I'm gonna address that a little later. But what's gonna happen is that you're gonna have these fans that bleed over from different sports. Goodness gracious. Kicking my ass. You're gonna have these fans that are bleeding over from different sports. Like baseball, football. You're gonna get hecklers, of course. I know most tennis players understand this. You're going to understand you're going to have hecklers, especially if you're playing against a player you're playing against the player of the host country. Okay? I'm sure American players have heard some of the most vile shit in different, especially at the French Open. I'm sure Americans have heard some vile fucking shit. Sorry to just point out the French Open, but that's one point. I've been called fat over the internet with people not seeing me on fucking video games from England and all the rest of this shit. I am sure there has been worse said. To me, as a sports player, you should not have to deal with hecklers. You should not have to deal with that feeling of you're a bad guy in the situation, but you are the bad guy in the situation. Anything that you do that even resembles annoyance or anything like that, you're going to get booed. You're going to now you should not have to take people saying maybe vile things to you, which is understandable. If that's what was going on, that's a line that they crossed, and that's some bullshit. But if it's like a boo here or there, or what the fuck? You know what I mean? What the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That comes with the territory. I'm sorry, as a player, myself, that comes with the territory. I got parents over here. I got when I was playing in juniors against top flight kids in Virginia. I'm over here getting. I've heard some shit, and that's fine. Hey, that's fine. I don't go into. It's fine. Talk your shit. I'm a black kid playing tennis. I should not be out here. I started at 10 years old. This kid started at 5. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference here. There is a difference in skill level. Still beat that motherfucker's ass though. His dad was the tour. He was a club fucking pro, and I beat your ass. I'll say my bad. Sorry. But what I'm saying is that as an athlete that plays in front of a crowd, especially raucous United States US fans at the first night of the US Open, and you are doing something that most tennis fans know is like an unwritten rule, which is you're really on the server's time, to tell the truth. When the server starts to get back to the line, that's when you need to be ready. Not They're not running on your time. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's a little leeway, but if the person is already set, ready to go, and the score has already been called, you're supposed to be ready. Now, if your back is turned and the server sees that your back is turned, all right. But you have to be set, ready to go when really the server you're really at the mercy of the server. And also the server in pro tennis is at the mercy of a shot clock. So you already only have like 15, 20 seconds to after even after a 30 shot rally, there is no rules for that. So no matter what, the clock is going to run as soon as the score is called. So what Coco did was right, and she has a right to be angry about that because you're supposed to be at the mercy of the server at this point. Like they're trying to speed up play. And normally that's what you're supposed to, you get your towel, you know what I mean? Look at yourself, regroup. Okay, let's go. That's a whole 5, maybe 7 seconds where you got to get your mind right to the next point. All right, we just played the 30 shot rally. This happened, boom, boom, boom. All right, where's this next serve going? Okay, this is where the next serve is going. Look at some of them look up to their peoples, they do this while they're wiping their hands, or it's really a focal point where they kind of fix their strings a little bit. Okay, that's understandable. That is not a 15-second thing to fucking do. That is a 5 to 7 second thing to do to get back to your focal points, to get back to, all right, this is what I need to do. Get back to your strategy. You have 7 seconds to do that because after that, the server is ready to go. And they should be. Y'all think I'm joking. Like, you think I'm playing around when I say shit like this? But like at a pro level, you're supposed to be ready within the 15, 20 seconds. At maybe club levels and shit like that, like the level I was playing at, yes, you might have a little bit extra time. We do have an extra time because some of us, we're not doing this for money or anything like this. We don't have a crowd watching. You know what I'm saying? There isn't a pace of play problem sometimes. But at the end of the day, in tennis, you're at the mercy of the server. Like, if you're not ready, that's on you. Like, you can't sit here and say, "Oh, I wasn't ready." The fuck you mean? So that's my opinion. That's my take on the situation. I think that she is. I think the story that I'm seeing more is, her opponent crying, talking about they treating me like a bad person. Yo, it comes with the territory, Jack. Coco was right in the situation. It's her pace of play. You can run your pace on your serve. You know what I'm saying? That's your serve. Really, you have the advantage as a server, but you're the only one to start the point that knows where the ball is going most of the time. You're the only one. The other person on the other side is guessing. So I think that it was a little ticky tacky. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have been blown out of proportion like it was. It is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That, like, if I'm ready to go and you're not, and it's my serve, that's a problem for me. That is a problem. And Coco had a point. And I feel like as the hate that now it seems like that Coco's going to get from this, that Naomi Osaka got, that Serena Venus get, bro, there has been an influx in black players, of really good black players. There's been a huge shift. This is shit they were scared of. I'm not gonna lie to you. Motherfuckers were scared for black people to start finding out what tennis was. But you have Francis Tiafoe, you have Coco Gauff, you have Madison Keys, you know what I'm saying? You have all these people. Venus and Serena Venus, Serena, maybe even James Blake even opened up the fucking door. This is new for us too. You know what I mean? I know it's new faces. It's like practically a new race playing this whole fucking game. I feel like it's time that we start getting with the times and stop fucking blowing every blow up between a black player and any other player, like, out of fucking proportion. Because Serena, yeah, she had a mean streak. Who gives a shit? She was like, that's what every alpha athlete is. I'm sorry. There's a reason why she won 20 fucking Grand Slams. There's a reason. Clearly. There's a reason why Jordan has 6 titles and never lost in the finals. There's a reason why Kobe had 5. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason. There's a reason why Kobe scored 81. You know, the same shit that they get crucified for is what made them great. Fuck it. Keep being great, Coco. Keep being fucking great. That's how I feel about it. Keep being great, Naomi Osaka. I love me some Naomi Osaka. I love the way she plays. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Cardi, y'all be lucky peoples, man. Congratulations on the baby, of course. And I can't wait for you to play again. I cannot wait. I'm really excited to see what Naomi comes back with. But you know what I'm saying? We're at a time where it's time to accept that black people know how to play tennis. It's time to accept that shit, man. Sorry to tell you. It's just this over reporting on something that is actually minuscule because they didn't have a problem for the rest of the match. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have a problem for the rest of the match. So, except for girl, she did not shake the umpire's hand, which is fucking hilarious. But that umpire really needs to fix something. Like, she really, like, during this type of crisis management, you kind of like need to be better than that. She should have did a better job. I don't think she did a really good job at controlling the emotions of the game. That match was very emotional. It was very intense throughout the whole time. And I feel like the chair umpire could have really, they would have benefited with a chair umpire that would have did better. You know what I'm saying? It's maybe a veteran that has dealt with this type of situation before, things like that. But you know, sometimes you gotta go through it your first time. You gotta go through the fire. So I'm glad that she went through the fire this time. This is one of the bigger stages to go through that fire, but you did. And hopefully the chair umpire gets better through this from this. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully she reviewed tape, whatever fuck you need to do, just do better. All right. And as tennis fans, let's start, doing better at treating the players down there that we are enjoying playing, you're enjoying watching play. Let's treat them a little fucking better too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are saying vile shit, you are a piece of shit, please stop. That's all I'm asking. Let these people play, man. Just let them play. You know what I'm saying? You have no skin in the game. These people are living out a dream that you're watching. Why be a dickhead about it? So that's just where I'm at with it. I'm sorry. It's just it bothers me. That whole situation just bothered me because it just felt like this is being blown out of proportion, just like anything Serena and Venus did. Like, this got blown out of proportion for no fucking reason. So I hope Coco, I really do hope she continues her she's grinding right now. She's actually killing it, right? Like, killing it for this summer. So continue on, Coco. Do your fucking thing. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing. Okay. With that, I would like to say that is the Cruising Podcast for today. I hope everybody is doing beautiful, doing everything. And once again, you know what I'm saying? Talk to someone, hug somebody, you know what I'm saying? Lean on somebody, because we all need somebody to lean on. So, with that, I would like to say where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. And please, please, please like and subscribe on YouTube, like and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Leave a rating and review, 5 stars. That would be amazing. I love you. Might even blow you a kiss. I don't know. Nope, that was weird. Sorry, made it weird for both of us, and you're welcome. So with that, want to say thank you guys so much for listening. Going to try to have a podcast on Friday, but see how tired I am from work and shit. So with that, I want to say love you guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.